I feel somewhat disappointed and frustrated. I spent all day trying to remember the password to the gates of Moria. It was in my head all day. Friend, friend, friend. And then, would you believe it? By the time I got here, the door was already open. Well, at least there was no watcher at the gate. It is somewhat of an embarrassment to me, however, but on entering Moria, I got mightily lost. Even more embarrassing when you think the company managed to navigate around it without any light at all. Well, since then, the dwarves have returned, and there are lights in most places. But still, I got lost. My final location is the Chamber of Crossroads. This is the place where Pippin threw stones down the well. Well, I resisted the temptation. Anyway, I have jumped down there before, so it holds no mystery to me. What a miserable place this Moria is. I really cannot understand what the dwarves see in this place. It just seems to be one maze of corridors after another. Granted, there are times when I have stopped and looked around and can see vague sights of statues and decor demonstrating that this was once a truly great place. After what seemed to be the longest ever walk through tunnels that I have ever experienced, I eventually found myself at the 21st Hall. Now this is a very large place indeed, and must have looked splendid in its time. Could do with a bit of a polish though now, to be frank. There are also far too many other travellers in here for my liking. Maybe I'm beginning to enjoy my own company. Moria has been quite an experience, but I'm looking forward to coming out the other side tomorrow. My sobbing at the tomb of Balin was so loud that I think I woke up the drums from the deep. Ah! I've got to get out! I've got to get out! But the paths are blocked by rubble! As if the lengthened route wasn't enough, I was also unable to stroll along the bridge of Khazad-dûm due to the little matter of Gandalf's battle with the Balrog. However, I couldn't leave this place without witnessing the fantastic view from the ruins of the bridge. I did find myself a little nervous though with that gaping void below me. It was with great pleasure that I left Moria and at last could witness some proper sunlight again. I passed through the Dimwell Dale and made my way to the outskirts of Lothlorien. Throughout the whole of Middle-earth that I have witnessed, nothing can prepare you for the spectacular beauty that the Golden Wood presents. Luckily for me, I have befriended the elves already, and they welcome me with open arms. If I was to have followed Frodo's path completely, I would have insisted that I travelled through Lothlorien with a blindfold over my eyes. But at the same time, it would be a crime not to take in all the beauty that this land has to offer. Plus, Haldir was unwilling to escort me, which would have probably resulted in me stumbling blindly into the Nimrodel. Although there are a few orcs on the outskirts of the wood, I have yet to come across them. The journey has therefore been most enjoyable. The final day of my journey for a while started with me walking to the hilltop of Ceren Amroth, the heart of Lothlorien. Quite possibly the only place in this world that is more relaxing than my very own hobbit hole. It was here that Aragorn and Arwen proclaimed their love. I didn't proclaim any love, of course. After taking a breather, I casually strolled to Caras Galadhon and stood before the Lady Galadriel. I knelt before her and tried to hide the fact that, as always, I was blushing the colour of an Appledaw's apple. Whilst it has been the most pleasant of days in the company of the Lorien elves, I have just had a very frightful shock. No, it wasn't that I fell from one of the trees, although that has happened to me on numerous occasions. I am no fled runner, that is for sure. I was wandering through the vineyards when I heard a soft voice beckoning me. It was the Lady Galadriel. Yes, more blushing ensued. She invited me to look in her mirror, and I saw many images. The views of Ale filled me with joy. But then it happened. My wife Passionor staring back at me. No!